ImmunoCellular Therapeutics, ticker IMUC, on an absolute tear, being driven by two main factors: one, fundamentals, which we discussed in our written analysis, and two, market momentum, which will be the focus of our analysis in this particular video. Analyzing price movement in just the last 4 months, we can see that we've encroached on resistance time after time and in fact moved above it, essentially breaking out. So what I'm going to do is show you exactly what happened. The first time we approached resistance, we pulled back. Second time we approached resistance, we broke above it and formed a new high. The third time we broke that high. And the story went on and on and on to the point we're now trading above $2 a share and in fact approaching new 52-week highs. So essentially, all these former resisting levels that previously kept the price from edging higher now support the price. So using these green trend lines, what we actually are showing is that the market is supported at these former resisting levels. Furthermore, as this ascending trend line shows, we are in an uptrend. We are seeing consistently higher lows and higher highs. This would be a low, this would be a higher low, and an even higher low here. This would be a higher high than the one over here. So essentially what we formed is an uptrend, and that can be quite easily depicted even without this trend line, simply taking a look at the 50-day simple moving average, this blue trend line right here. You can see that it's sloping upwards, essentially depicting that we are in an uptrend. And to that, I'd like to add that one of the key bull indicators in this market, as in any healthy market it should be, has been volume. Every time we've seen a breakout to the upside, volume has risen to above average norms. So here volume rose above average to what it was trading back here. Again, another breakout seen here, volume above normal, as well as in early December and of late. And as Monday's trading session comes to an end, we will see above average trading volume for it is now 9 consecutive trading sessions. So I'm talking about this whole period right here. That's 9 trading sessions in a row that share volume has been abnormal relative to this period here. So what has changed has been that ImmunoCellular Therapeutics has moved one of their lead product candidates into phase 2 and are conducting clinical trial for that drug at this stage in time, as well as some other drugs are moving forward and investors are jumping on. However, the RSI, short for Relative Strength Index, points to the fact that we are slightly overbought or overextended to the upside. What this typically means is that the market will pull back. But before you worry, take a look at what happened every single time this market has pulled back in the last 4 months, excluding this period, as I'll explain using another technical indicator. The pullback here eventually led to a higher high, a higher low, and a higher share price in general, as well as this one here, which led to this nice extension to $1.80 a share, which became resistance. After it pulled back slightly to $1.60 a share, then broke out above $1.80 a share towards $2.25, which is the price when I last updated this chart. Remember, the market is still live, so I'm not quite certain where the price is going to close, but it doesn't affect my overall analysis anyhow. Below here we have the MACD indicator, which is an indication of the price divergence relative to previous periods. You can see that whenever this black trend line trends above the red one, we are in a bull market essentially, so this is really an indication of cycles, when the market's heading upwards as opposed to when it's heading downwards. And you can see it's very natural for this indicator to be both above this trend line, crossover below, giving off a bearish signal, and essentially pointing to a retracement or pullback in price. What you can see, however, with this indicator relative to the price movement up here is that in these past few trading sessions where we've seen this abnormal volume, price movement has been relatively strong in the sense that even though the MACD indicator pulled back slightly, we didn't see that bearish crossover that we would typically see as with this period here when the price pulled back. There's no hidden translation here aside from the fact that we are seeing a lot of strength in the marketplace, and this is furthermore depicted with the money flow index, which is showing a very positive reading heading to the upside. MFI, short for money flow index, is essentially used as a swing trading indicator that points to when a market is overbought, oversold, thus should be bought or sold. So with the price trending where it is at this point in time, assuming that we continue to see strong trading volume and a lot of support on the part of buyers, even though the market may pull back and test support of now $2.10 a share. So all I'm going to do is just highlight this so you can see what I'm talking about, as well as $2 a share, which is quite pivotal. I don't think that type of pullback will last long. It'll probably be more along the lines of these two trading sessions here where the price pulled back slightly, and I should note on below average volume, so there wasn't much selling pressure during those two trading sessions whatsoever. We're probably going to see further extension to the outside given this type of volume following any sort of correction. So to wrap up, while the key catalysts in any biotechnology firm are of course their clinical trials, product and corporate development such as partnerships and strategic plans, market momentum is very key in attracting traders. And type of things that lead up to traders being attracted to a market are breakouts, such as this market has seen, breaking above resistance time after time after time, above normal volume, which is very attractive, saying that hey, maybe buyers like this market more at the price that it's currently trending at. And all this comes together to create abnormal returns, which attracts not just traders and investors, but everyone who speculates in the market in general. Thank you for listening.